I've been realizing lately that a lot of people seem to bash other people's hobbies for whatever reason. And so the first thing I do is when I think about this, I have to Google it and see what Google has to say. So according to Google, when we look at this, their first general rule, and I quote this, as a general rule, the more insecure a person is about themselves, the more judgmental they'll be towards others. Their insecurities might be about personal appearance, social standing, achievement, fitness, health, age, or even behavior. Those who judge others tend to draw from their own feelings, failings, and personal experiences. So this is from Google. It's from www.aconsourcethink.com. So obviously they give other reasons why, but this is the initial reason that pops up. And the reason I like to look this stuff up is to give me a little bit insight. And of course, now at this point, we can also continue to go right down the rabbit hole. This can stem, of course, from their own insecurity, but it also can go into other things such as their failures. So it's a lot of variables to why somebody would do this. The other thing that bothers me about it is it's not just hobbies, but it's also just what somebody might do for work or anything else, how they play a video game, how they do anything in life, how do you accomplish a job, or how they got to their goal. And the reason this sticks out to me is because the other day I was talking to somebody, and it was a Sunday. Now, for those that don't know, I am an NFL fan. I love to watch football, and I more specifically like to watch the Patriots. But I'm down to watch basically any match as long as it's a good competitive match, because it's football. And real quick side note is that football is not the game that I fell in love with anymore. They're basically playing two-hand touch, and I really don't like it, and I want to see the hard-hitting football again. Like, I want to see people get knocked out. Let's do it. But anyway, okay, side note over. And the guy looks at me, and he goes, "What a waste of time." And in that initial moment, all I could think about was like, really? Because like, there's some hobbies that I know this guy does that I find to be a waste of time. And I didn't really feel like getting into it with him and like starting an argument, because he's a really argumentative person, and I felt like that would be a waste of time in and of itself. But it did get me thinking of what a waste of time for people to judge other people on their hobbies, on how they do their job, or anything of that nature, because there's going to be stuff about you that other people don't like. Now, of course, I think another big thing that has to factor into why people are judgmental these days is because everybody feels entitled to their opinion, and that their opinion should be broadcasted, and that their opinion is final and factual, which it's not. It's an opinion. It's only yours, and only you care about it. So keep that in mind as well. Even though everybody is allowed to voice their opinion, it doesn't mean it's going to stop the world from turning. And it doesn't mean it's factual. I like Burger King French fries. Just because you think McDonald's French fries are better doesn't mean it's, actually true. It's just your opinion, and we can move on from it. We don't have to have an argument about it. We can have a debate if you want. I don't really care. It's freaking French fries. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, ew, I can't believe you like McDonald's French fries. They're greasy and they're nasty, and you're a nasty person because of it." It's not the way it should be. I can understand why people might not like a specific hobby. That's completely okay. And it's okay for somebody to say, "Man, that's an interesting hobby. Like, tell me more about it," and to not agree with wanting to do that hobby, but to sit there and say to someone, "Oh, it's a waste of time." Why would you ever say that to somebody? That's just like almost borderline like a narcissistic trait right there. And I don't think people should do that to other people, knowing that to somebody else, some of their hobbies are not going to be that way. I enjoy hunting and I enjoy football. And a lot of people are not going to like football. And guess what? Even more people do not like hunting. I've been a hunter my entire life. I love to deer hunt. I love to bear hunt, coon hunt, you name it. If it's got hunting involved, and I like to hunt with dogs. There's even more people that do not like the fact that there's dogs out there hunting. And I love it. So, of course, I get a ton of hate from all sorts of people. I can't believe you go out there and kill animals and do this and do that. And why would, it's just an innocent creature. It's legal and I enjoy doing it. All right. It's not like I'm out there just slaughtering animals illegally. It's all legal. And if we don't do it, there'd be an overpopulation of certain animals. That's the whole premise of it too. And also, there's food involved. If I shoot a deer, I can live on that for quite a while as a single guy. If I shoot 2 deer, I can almost get myself through an entire year of food without having to buy burger or steaks or anything, and I save a lot of money. So it's a no-brainer for me to do it. But there are so many people out there that bash that. Oh, I can't believe you're killing an innocent animal. It's like, I can't believe you spend your time knitting. Why? Why are you bashing mine? Why do you bash that? I don't bash you. There's no reason to give it back. And that goes for anything. If you like soccer, look, I'm not a big soccer fan. I'm just not. I think it's boring. I played soccer for a couple years. It was enjoyable to play, but it's not enjoyable to watch. But there's millions of people across the world that enjoy watching it, and I can see the appeal, and I'm not going to bash them. Oh my gosh, it's Saturday soccer. Like, I'm not going to sit there and go, it's a waste of time. It's like, no, that's the way they want to spend their life. Let's go and enjoy it. Have some nachos, you know. And what? Soccer is like a European sport. Have some good food, burritos, I don't know, Mexican. I mean, shit in their pants with jalapenos, fiery assholes, but at least they're not judging people, all right? At least they're not judging. It's like, you know what? We all have our own hobbies. We all have our way that we want to do a particular job. There's no reason to judge somebody on it. There's already enough hate in this world. We don't need more hate of it. And if anything, when somebody tells you a unique hobby or something you haven't heard, ask about it. Even if you don't care 2 fucking squats about it, ask about it. Like, actually, like, learn about it. You might learn something, and even though you don't go out and do it and enjoy it yourself, at least you can sit there and say, you know what, I learned, like, some of this appeal. I learned a different walk of life, why this particular person would like this hobby. Knowledge is power. So if anything, learn more about it. And don't just take one side for it and say, hey, it's a waste of time. I mean, that's just completely insulting someone for no reason. And now, by you acting interested in something, you get to have that knowledge, you get to have that power, and that's something that maybe if you meet somebody else down the road, you're like, hey, I'm not into this, and this person says, oh yeah, I am. And you're like, hey, I know a little bit about it because I talked to so-and-so before in my past. And you guys can talk about it a little bit, even though it's not your cup of tea. There's no shame in that. It's actually better. So leave off with the fact that don't judge people on how they come about things and their hobbies. It's a waste of time to do that, and it's more of a waste of time to do that than it is to actually just enjoy your fucking hobby. All right, so go out there, enjoy your hobby, no matter what it is. If it's underwater basket weaving or hunting, it's okay to do it. All right, as long as it's legal to do, then do it and have fun with it. You only get to live once. Don't let somebody else say it's a waste of time. Tell them it's a waste of time for them telling you it's a waste of time. All right. Almost out of breath.